Someone asked me, how do you join a gang? Well, my experience was at a very young age. So all I can do is tell you about how I did it. I was probably 9 years old. This was 1980. I was living in the Halpine View apartment projects. I had been on the soccer team, which didn't have anything to do with the apartment complex other than the fact that we had a soccer field right next to the apartments. And I joined the soccer team, and many of the kids on the soccer team were in this gang, the Halpine Boys. Halpine View Apartments had a gang called the Halpine Boys, the HBs. They had two gangs. There was an older gang of teenagers and young adults, and then a baby gang. The leader of the little baby gang was this kid, Igor, big fat kid. And he was a pretty sophisticated kid. He was about my age, bigger than me, fatter than me. And he told me to come down to the soccer field one day, and there were a couple other kids there, about 3 other kids that were smaller than me. And Igor had a watch, so he timed it, and it was only like about a minute, 60 seconds. And the other kids basically attacked me, and I had to fight them. Now, we're all little boys. There's no blood, there's no knives, there's no broken bones or black eyes. But I fought these 3 guys off pretty well. I mean, I wasn't Bruce Lee, but I did pretty good. I had the size on him. Igor didn't like that I was winning. That wasn't how it was supposed to go. He came up behind me and pushed me real hard. Now, he was way bigger than me. I went flying onto the ground real hard. I didn't like that. The wind was knocked out of me, and I was pretty much done for the count. These guys closed in on me, and before the other kids jumped on me, Igor called it and was like, that's enough. It was the 60 seconds. So I was basically in. They lifted me up off the ground and dusted me off, and I'm one of the boys. But it wasn't over then. To end off the initiation, we had to do a little ritual, which was I had to smoke and inhale in front of them a cigarette. Now, I was 9 years old. So we go into the woods that was right on the edge of the soccer field, and Igor pulls out a pack of menthol cigarettes. It was like Newports or something. And then a lighter is produced. He lights it up for me, takes a puff, and hands it to me, and he says, smoke it. I took a puff, and he was like, no, you got to inhale. And these kids are all like, yeah, inhale, do it. And I inhale it, and I cough it up. Oh, it was terrible. And they're like, do it again. I did that several times as these kids are watching me do it. And finally, I had had enough, and that was it. I felt sick. I went back to the apartment, crashed out, went to sleep. But when I woke up and came back outside to the playground, I was an HB. Thanks for watching.